Hello, good morning, welcome to Ikate's Crossing Ose. Okay, so we're going to do a week ahead reading, right? Now, some of you may or may not have seen the unboxing of the Faeries Oracle by Brian Froud, so do go check that video out, plus the suggestions for decks that some suggestions that could be used, decks that could be used, tarot and oracle decks that could be used. Okay, so let's have a look. What are we going to do today? Let's take a nice deep breath. Let's pull some glasses so I can at least see the cards. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with, okay, we're thinking about the week ahead. Let's do a theme card. A little bit of a theme card here. Sort of, what's the heart of the week? What's the heart of the week going to be? Okay, the heart of the week. Then we want to look at, okay, we're going to look at the, okay, this is kind of interesting. Because 5 cards flew out. Okay, it feels like it's going to be quite a big sort of reading, so I'm going to have to use the guidebook for this because these fairies just sort of, I just want to get some keywords. I'm not going to read everything else from the guidebook, but I am definitely going to get some interesting. Now, this card here is the card that is, so it's not just the heart of it and something about the week that I need to know, but also what's important to the week. Okay, so let's have a look here. So the first card we have is Mickle and Muckle. Okay, so that is a card that I have actually pulled out before. So Mickle and Muckle, now that was card number, so I should look at the card numbers, shouldn't I? 49. So let me just look at the theme. Okay, this is, yes, this is about everyday, this is about having some fun. It's about mixed blessings. So I think it's a reminder to just have a little bit of fun in life. So that's what this week's good. So it is going to be, the heart of it is we're going to need to have some fun. Okay, why are we going to need some fun? Okay, the Singers of Intuition, number 7. Okay, so let's have a look. Singers of Intuition, number 7. Okay, having a sense of trust is what I get here, quite important. Having an awareness. I get a sense of trusting that, you know, trusting your intuition, trusting that the week's going to be okay. I think you need to trust in yourself as well. Trust in yourself, I think, is the big thing here. Listen to our own inner knowing. Okay, so that's kind of really important here. So let's have a look and see what else we got. Okay, we got 36, 40, 39, 38, 45 and 44. Okay, kind of interesting. Okay, spirit dancer, honesty, there's Guna, luster, moon and moon's daughter, something, sulfur and leaves of shadow, fear. This. Okay, so let's have a look. So let's do 36 first. 40, 39. Okay, so quite a big reading, so it's going to just take a minute to go through. So we've already looked at having a bit of fun and trusting our intuition. That's what this big thing this week's going to be like, right? And so we're diving into, let's do 36. I know this is always going to take a little while with this deck, and I don't normally do something like this, but for some reason, okay, self-expression, freedom. Okay, so I do feel like this is a week of self-expression and having a sense of freedom to the week. So we're going to have some fun. Reminds us to have some fun this week with everything going on. Trusting our intuition is going to be really important here. Having the ability to being able to express yourself freely is really important here. Expressing oneself freely. Number 40. Okay, that's definitely about being honest with oneself. I think that's having a little bit of integrity with what's going on this week. I think you need to be honest with how you feel, what's going on, any actions that you choose to take. Okay, so being honest with oneself and with others around you is really important here. So we get honesty. Then we get, okay, so there is a real adventure this week, a discovery of self. I feel like there's a discovery of self. So here we've got the sense of having some fun, trusting one's own intuition, giving yourself permission, I think, to just being able to express yourself. I think this is really strongly here. I think there's a lot about self-expression and being honest with how you feel is really important here. So ultimately I think it's about just being honest with how you actually feel. So trust your intuition to be able to speak your truth. That's a big thing this week. Okay, 38. I know these feel like they're in order, but I think this is important. Okay, it's all about spiritual, trusting your spiritual guidance here is what's coming up. I know last moon's daughter talks about light, casting shadows, spiritual guidance, illumination, and riddles, but straight away I just got spiritual guidance in this. So trusting your intuition, I think spiritual guidance, trusting the intuition, know that you're guided spiritually, and what you do with it is totally up to you, but you've got to remember to have some fun and able to express yourself honestly this week. And here we've got 45 and 44. So 45. Okay, maybe there's a time to act with discernment. Tighten the self. It's Tighten the self. Talks about discernment. So it's about maybe putting your feelings to one side as well. Can be quite important in this process. To not let your emotions get the better of you. To allow yourself to just adapt to the situation that's going on. And 44. Okay, it's about having okay, I know it's got talking about Lees of the Shadows, talks about healing the shadows, addictions, bondage, and self-esteem. But the self-esteem came up quite strongly here. It's about having confidence. Having confidence to express yourself this week. Wow, big reading there. Without going into too much detail. So we're trusting our intuition. Trusting our knowledge, our spiritual guidance that we're given. Being able to express ourselves freely, honestly, so that we can move forward with this journey on some level. So what did I say? Yeah, and being able to act with discernment is really important here. Being able to act with discernment. So we're not being having the confidence to move forward. So having the confidence to be able to adapt to the situation, to be able to maybe put our emotions to one side. Even though you can express yourself freely, it could be important to not let your emotions get the better of you in this situation. Being able to speak clearly. So self-expression could be about communicating clearly in how you feel and what's going on for you and what's important. So quite a big week there when we look at all those cards. Wow. Wow. Okay. So let's see what the tarot has to say about this situation this week. Okay, so we've got this quite in depth. Having fun, being able to express ourselves freely, trusting our intuition, trusting our guides, our own spirituality could be really important here. Having some honesty as we express who we truly are, and allow ourselves to act with discernment so that we can move forward on this journey. Wow, so you can tell us a little bit more about this situation. Now I'm using the Forhaxa Tarot, so let's see what the cards have to say here. Whoa, okay, so interesting. The Devil card came up, so it's about that sense of addiction, so breaking yourself free from the chains of addiction or bad habits, repeat patterns. So I think that's giving yourself the freedom. Give yourself the freedom. Here we've got High Priestess with trusting your intuition, seeking the truth, trusting the intuition, allowing the hidden knowledge to be revealed. Eight of Fire, moving forward quickly, which is quite important. Maybe things feel very intense with a lot of passion. What are we actually focusing on this week? Which is kind of really important here. All about the connections. Now, standing up for your convictions can be about communicating honestly about how one feels about the situation. It's about having that passion to move forward, to have that sense of creative energy so that things can move in a more positive energy. Wow, really sort of confirms the oracle reading. The tarot reading confirms the oracle reading, sort of ties it in really, really well, but also gives you the ability to move forward with passion. Even though I talked about putting your emotions to one side, what it means is don't let the emotions get the better of you. That's talking about that sense of having that, with Five of Water here, what's your focus? Are you focusing on the things that you can control or the things that you cannot? Are you worried about the little things? Are you sweating the small stuff? Are you worrying about spilt milk? So this is kind of all things that just happen in daily life, just daily things that are happening. Maybe they're not too big. Be careful about making a mountain out of a molehill sort of situation. It's all about the connections. It's having that sense of balancing out your emotions as well is kind of important. But yes, you can have that creative energy, that movement forward with a sense of intensity as you move forward. There is definitely a lot of fiery energy coming up, a lot of creative energy this week as well, and I think that's part of expressing yourself, being able to express yourself honestly. Don't let your emotions get the better of you, but you can still have that energy that moves, that propels you forward. Kind of important there. Okay, interesting message for the week ahead. Whew. Okay, so don't forget, check the links down below, check the links on my channel, like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. And don't forget, you can get 50% off selected services on my Ko-Fi page using March birthday. Okay, so that's it from me. Take care.